What is going on in Minnesota with these Timberwolves? We had 14 games in the NBA today. We're going to go through all of them, but we start in Minnesota where the Wolves are not looking good. First quarter in this one, signs of life from Minnesota's defense. Minnesota coming into this game losing 3 in a row, defense leading to offense. Sacramento also came in losing 4 in a row, and in the first it was Ant-Man. Wolves came into this game as the 11th seed, but it's hard to underestimate them when they have him. Edwards setting the tone for Minnesota on the other end. My goodness, have the Kings missed Malik Monk. A dime there to Domas. Same duo once again moments later, Domas to Malik. Wolves down by 10 in the second quarter, things going from bad to worse. Randall turns it over, Fox the dunk, the Boo Birds are out. Third quarter and the frustrations mounting for the Wolves. Check out Randall shove Jay Crowder. We're down double digits, but now they got it down to 6, and Minnesota Mike, such a calming presence for them. Now all of a sudden, Minnesota storming back with a 1-point lead, and they extend it with Dante. It goes without saying, they need their role players to step up. Nickeil Alexander-Walker with a 3, but then final seconds of the third, another unforced error. Unforced errors or not, the Wolves up by 10 early stages of the fourth, and they have to feel good. But now later in the fourth, the lead shrinking. It's down to 6, and Malik Monk doing his thing. He's been out for a minute, so we forget what he's capable of as a scorer. What a gifted sixth man he is. Now the Wolves' lead has evaporated and things going Sacramento's way. The Kentucky connection, Monk to Fox. Monk hitting big shots, now it's De'Aaron's turn. A minute 30 to go, Kings out and running, and that would just about do it. After the game, Anthony Edwards kept it as real as you can. We're soft as hell as a team internally. We don't talk to each other. It's just like we're playing with a bunch of little kids. They've lost 4 straight games, and they're 2-7 over their last 9. What is going on with them? This team was in the Western Conference Finals last year. They don't look like the same team this year after the Karl-Anthony Towns trade, and Chris Finch is in danger of losing this locker room. On the other side of things, have to give credit where credit is due. Sacramento needed a win in the worst way, and Sabonis, Fox, and Monk delivered. Golden State tonight, the top 2 teams in the West doing battle. No Steph Curry, no Chet Holmgren as we know. How about Shea in the first? Without Steph in the lineup, it was always going to be a tall task tonight for the Warriors. It becomes an even taller task when SGA is cooking like this in the first. Thunder up by 8 already. The only way I can describe this man is surgical and precise. They're up by 14, final seconds of the first. Here he goes again, between the legs, step back. Thunder continuing to charge ahead in the second quarter. J-Dub would get hurt at the end of the first half, but here he is with a 3. Here goes that man again. There is nothing anybody on the planet can do to guard him when he is cooking like this. Slowly but surely in the third, here come the Warriors. Even without Steph Curry, this team competes at a high level night in and night out. Defense leading to offense. Here's more of that Warriors competitive spirit. Podziemski keeps it alive. Draymond rewards him, finding him for 3. Warriors down by 3, final seconds of the third. They have to dig down deep. How about Pat Spencer? Warriors up by 1, halfway through the fourth. Who do they turn to in crunch time? How about slow-mo? And 1. But now it's winning time, and with 4:20 to go, there's only one superstar on the floor, and he plays for the Thunder. Thunder up by 1, both teams exhausted down the stretch. SGA again. Warriors down by 2 with 7 seconds to go, a chance to tie it late. A great play drawn up, but Wiggins misses the layup. Thunder escape. Brooklyn and Phoenix today facing the Suns team that won by 27 yesterday against the Lakers. We know this Suns team is hard to beat with KD in the lineup. Here's Booker in the first with a 4-point play. Second quarter, Nets down by 4, and the Nets not going anywhere. Remember, Cam Thomas was ruled out for a month today. Without Cam Thomas, here comes Tyrese Martin. Remember, this Nets team is on a 3-game road trip. They won in Sacramento. They won in Golden State. And now tonight in Phoenix, they're up by 9 in the third quarter, and adding to it, Dennis Schroeder, another great game for him. Moments later on the defensive end, the Nets get a stop. They're back out and running. Ben Simmons had his best game of the year. But the story for the Nets in this game, and the story of the night for me, was this man, Tyrese Martin, putting on a show. A 3-0 road trip for the Nets with wins over Sacramento, Golden State, and now Phoenix, and Tyrese Martin with 30.
I wasn't in the league last year, I was in the G League all last year, so I just stood down, kept working, and then I'm around great people every day. I'm around great people every day, man. That just instill confidence in me, so make me keep going.
Rockets and Sixers tonight from Philly. Two teams headed in opposite directions so far this season. In the first quarter, there is Jalen Green. Rockets up by 8 late stages of the first. Us Jalen Green stands have been waiting for this night. Sixers coming in at 3-13, end of the first half. This is classic Amen Thompson causing havoc, leading to Tyrese dunk. Third quarter, Sixers down by 5, needing some sort of spark, and Tyrese Maxey would deliver it. He was doing everything in this third quarter, stepping back again for 3. Philly down by 8 with 1:43 to go in the fourth, needing a prayer, and Ricky Council delivering. Now the Sixers get it within 3, 15 seconds to go, and Maxey's fouled. Maxey makes all 3 free throws, a chance for the Rockets to win it. Remember, they went to overtime yesterday. They're back to overtime today. In overtime, all tied up. Green to the rim, no good, but Şengün the tip. Green was carrying them all night on offense, and then in overtime, Baby Joker stepped up. The offseason work with Hakeem Olajuwon really is showing with this man. Tyrese Maxey did everything he could tonight, but Jalen Green had his best game of the season. Lakers and Spurs from San Antonio. It was the Lakers' best defensive performance of the season. A full recap of this game can be found on my page. In Cleveland, the Cavs, undefeated at home, looking to keep it rolling against the Hawks. Hawks down by 3 in the third quarter. This Hawks team is so strange, man. Trae Young was dishing out dimes left and right. The way Cleveland's been playing, there's no way they're going to lose to Atlanta, right? Well, in the fourth quarter, Trae to DeAndre. All of a sudden, Atlanta with a 3-point lead, and then Trae from the logo. Atlanta up by 4, 1:30 to go. This was such an Atlanta Hawks game, and such a nice win for Atlanta. Hawks win by 11. DeAndre Hunter was fantastic. Trae Young, 22 assists. That's Cleveland's first home loss of the season, only their second loss overall. Another surprise tonight, depending on how you look at it, the Mavericks dominate the Knicks without Luka Doncic. The story of this game, once again, Najee Marshall, what a pickup he's been for Dallas. Full recap of this game can be found on my page. Next up, Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets in Utah coming off that blowout loss at home against the Knicks. Tonight, though, was much more Denver-like. They dominated this one from start to finish. The Joker made light work of the Jazz. This is what we call another night in the office for Nikola. Nuggets win by 19 on the road. Nikola, 30 points, 10 rebounds, 7 dimes. Clippers in DC tonight trying to bounce back after their loss to Boston. And in the first half, the system was systeming. He was dominating the Wizards with classic Harden. Remember, the Wizards came into this game having lost 12 in a row. James Harden had no sympathy for them. He had 23 points in the first quarter alone, finishing his night with 43 points. The Clippers cruise in DC. They've now lost 13 games in a row, and I ask the question again, will the Wizards win another game in 2024? The Bulls beat the Wizards last night. They come into Orlando with confidence tonight, but that confidence would leave in a hurry. There's the former Bull, Wendell Carter Jr. with a block, and then on the other end, Franz spinning and scoring. Second quarter, Magic up by 13. They didn't mess around at all with Chicago today. It's been a lot of Franz dominating for them lately, but today was Jalen Suggs and KCP leading the charge. They're the only undefeated team left at home tonight. They dominate the Bulls, and Jalen Suggs getting himself some Thanksgiving turkey. He deserves it. 31 points for him. Blazers and Pacers today from Indiana. Early on, there's Tyrese Halliburton. The Pacers have won 2 home games in a row, but as many teams have learned this season, Portland is not an easy win anymore. Scoot Henderson for 3. Blazers had a lead in the first half, but in the third quarter, here comes Indiana. Miles Turner, the big block. There is Tyrese Halliburton. 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, though. Blazers fighting back. Down by 4, Shaedon Sharpe in the mid-range. He's so talented. Pacers up by 2, and similar to the last 2 games, he looks so much better at home. Tyrese Halliburton again. I don't want to say it till we see it on the road, but he looks back to me, at least at home. Pacers doing some home cooking. 3 wins in a row tonight. Halliburton, 28-10-7. In Charlotte tonight, Miami was dominating this whole game, but in the fourth quarter, here comes Mr. Showtime. Down by 7, 4:48 to go. LaMelo once again doing what he does. LaMelo was ice cold for 3 quarters, but in the fourth, he's got them on their feet. Miami down by 2, 30 seconds to go, needing a response in the worst way, and there's their clutch player. LaMelo went 11 of 35. It was exciting late, but the Heat get the win. Hero, 28-8-5. All-star this man. In Memphis tonight, no Ja Morant, no Cade Cunningham. The story was Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart with 25 points off the bench, including 7 threes. Memphis dominates Detroit. Speaking of dominate, the Raptors finally did it. They finally won a road game this season. 119-93 over the Pelicans. And last but not least, happy Thanksgiving to all you guys.